Yo, what is going on YouTube? What's going on everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for being here with me today, man. It's amazing. So today we're going to be checking out Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls. Okay, so interesting. We got the boys in the title. Reverse. Boys in the group and girls in the title. So we're going to be checking this one out. This is a donation request via Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you so much for the support in that manner. Let's go ahead and read it. It says, "Hi Sean, I would like to request West End Girls by the Pet Shop Boys. This is the second version listed on the song's wiki page. There was an earlier version in 1984, which was a club hit, but they re-recorded and re-released it in late 1985, which is when it topped the charts in the UK and the US. That's really interesting. I've been learning a lot with different eras of music, the way things were kind of done then that at least I'm not aware that they're done today, right? So one of them is like re-releasing versions. This is probably the closest I've seen something re-released. 1984 original, 1985 a re-recording, re-release that charted better. But yeah, I'm starting to see that a lot. I've mentioned it on the channel how there's a lot of times where artists come out with a song and then it's like other artists came out with that same song that same year or the following year. So it's very interesting seeing that, and then this too, re-recordings that were dropped. Like I said, this is the closest instance, but I've seen it recently with like Joni Mitchell, but hers was like years later that she re-recorded her music. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this one, see what's up. Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls. Okay, here we go. I've heard of the group name, have never heard a song from them, by the way. The way they layer this
Sometimes you're better off dead. There's a gun in your hand that's pointing at your head. You think you're mad, too unstable, kicking in chairs and knocking down tables in a restaurant in a West End town. Call the police, there's a madman around, running down underground to a dive bar in a West End town. In a West End town, a dead end world, with the East End boys and West End girls. In a West End town, a dead end world, with the East End boys and West End girls. West End girls.
groove, baby.
Too many shadows, whispering voices, faces on posters, too many choices. If, when, why, what, how much have you got? Have you got it, do you get it? If so, how often? Which do you choose, a hard or soft option? In a West End town, a dead end world, the East End boys and West End girls. In a West End town, a dead end world, the East End boys and West End girls. West End girls.
Little funk on this thing, man.
West End girls. In a West End town, a dead end world, the East End boys and West End girls. Ooh, West End town, a dead end world, East End boys, West End girls.
Dude, it's just bumping in the back.
West End girls. You got a heart of glass or a heart of stone. Just you wait till I get you home. We've got no future, we've got no past. Here today, built to last in every city and every nation, from Lake Geneva to the Finland station. And a West End town, a dead end world,
Dead
the
End
East
world.
End boys and West End girls.
It's a bop, man. Thing's a bop. Thing is a bop, man. So there's just one thing about these type of groups, right, that are using this like electronica sound, these synthesizers, these, I don't know, just all these electronics, industrial sounds. I just love how how much they explore the depths of what can they do, man, because they're always hitting, right? I'm reacting to Level 42, I'm reacting to Depeche Mode, I'm reacting now to the Pet Shop Boys, and they're all providing different ways of incorporating these sounds, these catchy vocals, man. It's just all comes together in a perfect mix of just like 80s bliss, man. And these guys are perfectionists so far that I've been reacting to on the channel with this sound. There's probably one or two groups that I've heard, you know, where maybe it didn't quite hit me as great, and I won't mention those groups because I'm not trying to slander anybody, but on the reactions it was just like, you know, not quite catching the groove. But with these groups, man, this especially right here, first time with the checking out the Pet Shop Boys, man, this groove is just dope. I love it, man. This is why I love the 80s, and I love coming back to it. West End Girls, as far as the story, I thought we were getting about a conversation about these members of society who just feel like, hey, we don't have a purpose, we don't have a future, man. This is the dead end world, is what I thought he was saying. Like, and maybe some of us have felt like that at points in our lives, like, hey, you know, I'm on a collision course with mistakes and messing up, and I probably won't live to be 40, man. My life's on a no good nowhere track. Let's make some mistakes while we're here, right? So that's kind of the vibe I was getting, but could be totally off base, man. But let's go ahead and see what we can find out. This thing was bumping. It was a bop. I'm wondering, because you said the first one was like a big club hit, then they recorded it and it kind of topped the charts higher. So thank you, Lenore, by the way, for this one. Very interested in what the differences were on the re-recording. Was it just a little more polished and finished with this one? Or did they actually just like change the sound of the song entirely? I don't know, you know? So let's check it out. So checking it out, we have West End Girls. You have the 1984 version, and then down here, this is the 1985 version. So they actually got it listed, yeah, on the wiki like that, as you stated. So both of them coming off, well, this one coming off as synth pop, the other one coming off as synth pop, dance pop, disco, new wave. So some more additions on that title of what the genre would be. Both written by, well, obviously it's written by Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe. So yeah, they're both with the same one. West End Girls is a song by English synth pop duo Pet Shop Boys, written by Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe. The song was released twice as a single. The song's lyrics are concerned with the class and the pressures of the inner city life, which were inspired partly by T.S. Eliot's poem The Wasteland. It was generally well received by contemporary music critics and has been frequently cited as a highlight in the duo's career. So at least it says a highlight, not the highlight. So hey, they reached some more skies along with this track right here. The first version of the song was produced by Bobby Orlando and was released on Columbia's Records Bobcat Records imprint in April 1984, becoming a club hit in the United States and some European countries. After the duo signed with EMI, the song was re-recorded with producer Stephen Hogg for their first studio album, Please. In October 1985, the new version was released, reaching #1 in the United Kingdom and United States. So there you go. They had a transfer of record signing, and they recorded one with a different producer, this one with another producer. So I guess if there's much difference between the sounds, I mean, that gives you a little bit of an idea of what was going on and why there were two releases. So with the versions right here, okay, so I don't know if they're going to necessarily talk about the history of it, because I don't know The Wasteland. Okay, so it was inspired by The Wasteland. I don't know The Wasteland, but as it said, class concerns. So that's really what I was thinking about, was like a class. I couldn't think of it, but like societal classes, you know, you've got the lower section, the poor section of class, and that's generally when you are in that class. You know, I've been there. I feel like a lot of us have been growing up and into my earlier, you know, adult life, man. I was definitely in the poor class society of things, and you feel like, hey, man, how am I ever going to make it out to that other side? You know, you're struggling every day just to understand, like, how you're going to get through a day. How am I going to get through a week? How am I going to make it to the end of the month? You know, I'm struggling day to day, man. So I've been there. That's the vibe it gave me. But, man, you guys let me know. I don't, like I said, I don't know The Wasteland, which is what it said this was inspired by, and I'm scrolling through here just hoping to see something where an artist talked about their idea of it, but you know, I'm missing it if it's passing through. So I hope you guys enjoyed rocking with me on this one. Thank you so much, Lenore, for this request. Let's learn a little bit about the Pet Shop Boys, because I usually try to do that before I head off. So you got the Pet Shop Boys right here looking very different than they did in the video, man. So they're out of London, England, 1981 to present day, man. Pet Shop Boys still going out, dishing out that 80s groove, man. Loving it. West End Girls, man. There it is on their listing. So thank you so much, Lenore, for this. I appreciate you very much. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed rocking with us here today on this reaction, man. Checking out the Pet Shop Boys for the first time. So if there's more you want me to check out from the Pet Shop Boys, please let me know, guys. I would definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. If you are enjoying the content I produce on a daily basis, please consider becoming a member here on my YouTube or Patreon for as little as $3, man. It's an amazing way to support me and give back if you're enjoying the content I'm putting out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the descriptions down below, man, for other information as well as how you can donation request if you're interested, all right? Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.